G'day guys, welcome. KIPPA here again. Episode number 14 we're up to now. Yeah, getting into double digits. So very exciting to be joined today by Tristan Rowland. Tristan, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Place Aspley. So Place Aspley was started in
2016, or 15 I should say, sorry. So when I was number one in Place, we made the crazy decision to go and become a franchise. I think it was 6 weeks after our youngest was born, which was pretty mental. But we always had a deal, if we were number one in Place, we'd capitalise on that and go and open up a franchise. And I say we because my wonderful wife, Samantha, and myself. So she had the harder deal because she was still breastfeeding at this point, but we did it anyway. And yeah, so we opened up the franchise and we physically moved into our office here in August last year, 8th of the 8th, which Sunnybank still think was a deliberate thing because 8/8. But,
yeah, of course.
But yeah, so we moved in here in August and yeah, it's been good. We're settled in now, which is the main thing.
Awesome. And this office, it's kind of just like, you know, sex in an office, really. I mean, just
we don't endorse sex in the office, by the way. But yes, but yeah, it is.
The way that you guys have kitted this out is just phenomenal. From the from the hanging chandeliers to the full kitchen. Even there's a frigging fireplace in here as well.
Yeah, I can't wait for winter. Pinot in the fireplace. I'm really looking forward to it.
In an era where I guess a number of agents are now going, I don't need shop front anymore. I'm not interested in that. I'm going to work from home. What was the driving force for you to sort of have, such an amazing workplace?
Yeah, sure. Look, I mean, I love the saying my grandfather taught me many years ago. He was a very successful businessman. He said, if everyone's barking like a dog, quack like a duck. All right. So, be different. And look, I mean, I really think the whole you don't need an office thing is a really bad mentality of, let's cut costs rather than increase revenue. Let's cut costs. And that's where the industry seems to be going right now. Let's reduce our commission. Let's reduce our marketing. Let's reduce this. Let's retract, which is really a fearful mentality. Whereas we're nuts. And it's a $500,000 fit out. Like, we didn't muck around here. We did it for a couple of different reasons. From the client side, which is obviously where most people think it comes from, it's important because, look, it is a fantastic office. It's very, great from a first impression point of view. This reflects at a physical level what's in here for us. Everything we do is to it nth degree. Nothing is done at a half-assed level in our business, and I really, really, really drive that into my guys. And they need to walk here every morning, come in and go, yeah, all right, so I work here again. I'm not just that other office that's doing so. And it's funny, we had a property manager come in to pick up some keys for another property on Friday that had settled, and she was just like, holy hell, your reception's the size of my office, and how nice is this? She's like, I wish I worked here. And I went, there you go. When clients get here, they go, okay, it's evident that you guys put effort in. If a buyer comes in on Saturday afternoon and there's been a hot day like we've had for the last few months, go, hey mate, do you want a cold beer or we do the contract? They go, hey, how good are you guys? And it's really hard to be adversarial in negotiation with someone that's actually being really nice to you. A lot of offices may even look good, but they don't really do much. It's just come in, it's a waiting room. It's like a dental waiting room, which I hate dentists, And so for here, it's very different. This opens up. We've got a projector on the roof. There's actually a screen that comes out of the cavity, which you may not notice when you walked in. So we have our own in-room auctions in here. Home ground advantage is amazing on auction night. We're actually in the process now of putting another camera in here and a screen. So we've got a back area at the back. The outside's back. It's huge, 200 square meters at the back. And we've got another big staff room at 6.5 meters by, I think it's 5.5 meters. We're actually going to hook up a feed from here. So auction nights, a bit like the block, the vendors can watch the auction from out the back.
Oh, awesome.
So they can actually see the bidding for the front, which is really cool. So that's our next thing. For our guys, it's having them be comfortable as well. Like we provide free coffee. We've got Campo's Coffee. I know John and Eugene from Campo's very well, and we provide free coffee for our guys. And I said to Samantha the other day, we spend about $100 a week at the moment on coffee between a bag of beans and milk. They drink more milk than my bloody kids do, which is saying a lot. But nothing beats being in the pit, working with the crew. And I try and have one day a week where I have an office, because I have to have an office to be able to close the door and have meetings and stuff. But I try and have one day a week where I'll sit with the team and sit out there with them, let them hear me on the phone so they can hear what I'm doing. Because a lot of principals go, I do this and this and this, but then they're very closed off. And I think you may be preaching something, but whether you're delivering it or not are probably two different things. So being amongst the troops and hearing them do that, and I find it really eerie for being a principal, because the other day I was in the middle of the guys talking, and then I had a really difficult call come in, and I answered. And by the time I hung up, they're all quiet because they're all listening to me, and I was like, "What? Someone farted or something?" And,
do you find more benefit in being a selling principal than a managing principal?
I try and be both in a big way. Like, I have to sell because when I'm when I'm at full steam, I bring a lot in fees. Like I'll do 2 to 3 million in fees this year, and that gives revenue, which means I can feed these guys. The difference between me is if I go and have a big month, I don't go and buy an investment property. I reinvest it straight back into these guys. These guys are my walking, talking investment properties, you know. And when I have one of my guys come up to you and go, mate, the difference in fees this year, that you know, you've increased me 2 means my young bloke can have an operation on his teeth rather than losing his front 2 teeth the first year of school. Like, far out. That just floored me. But I love the Wayne Bennett thing. You know, he says, you know, I don't make good footballers. I just try and help young men be the best young men they can be. That's all I ever do. Is I can't make great agents. I can just make great people be even better people that could earn a good income. So I put all of my income, the extra income, and get back into them. So yeah, helping these people be great agents is really important to me. But the extra revenue we get, we always put back into them.
So obviously, like I know from being friends with you on Facebook, like family is a massive thing for you.
Everything, yeah.
How do you balance running a successful agency, being a successful agent, and being there for your kids and family as well?
So it's a really interesting question. So we have an amazing nanny who's currently on leave at the moment. That's why I look like I'm on the nervous breakdown stage. She gets back in 7 more days, who's counting. From that point of view, it's very important to have that stability there. And I was funny how many agents I've seen actually go and get nannies now, because it's a very taxing job. That's also because Samantha works full time as well, a wonderful wife, and I couldn't do what I do without Samantha. So it's a funny thing. Damien and Sarah Hackett are a bit like Samantha and I, where we had professional respect for each other before we had personal respect. So Samantha was well-accomplished property manager in her own right. She was actually head of department at Graceful. For rentals, and I was a salesperson. You know, I always joke to Gary, and I still have a referral fee for Samantha. So Samantha has actually worked within my team for 3 years. She understands when my stress levels are going up and what's a derivative of that. And she goes, hey, you look really stressed, or hey, you've got a big mail out that's just gone out. You're probably going to have 20 presentations the next fortnight. So I'll start early, you finish late, and we sort of seesaw between the two, and we call it the tango back and forth. Whereas there's other days like today, for example, all my listing appointments have been early morning, and then I've got 2 in the afternoon, and then tonight's actually free at the moment. So I've said, you go catch up. Like, I'll go and have the kids tonight. Sunday is kid and family day. Now, that being said, some things need to happen on a Sunday. I put one of my guys in his place the other day. He was getting a bit full of himself, and I said, well, Paige has been to 32 contract signings in the last 12 months because she, my daughter, has come to a few contract signings. Sunday, she's allowed to come. I said, if I'm coming in on a Sunday for one day, one of my kids is probably coming with me at least. And people are okay, they don't care. They go, yeah, fine. And we enjoy working together because we get to see each other a lot more from that point of view. Because when she was working in a separate company, we see each other maybe half an hour a night. And the worst thing was, because of our backgrounds, we'd come home and then go, can I ask you property management questions? Can I ask you sales questions? You know, and compare notes. And then by the time you got done, by now you're like, cool, good night. Like, that was it. Whereas now we solve each other's problems during the day. We don't really have problems because we run the show here now. We haven't got that day-to-day, I can't believe X person did that. If we have those people, we get them out of the business very quickly.
Sure.
But you know, respect for each other is so important. And particularly if you want to work with your husband or your wife, you need to have that. And if it's not there at a professional level, geez, it's going to have some problems long term. I'm very ruthless with my time because you've got to make it count. I don't bugger eyes around during the day too much. Now, that being said, I do chase the guys around the office with a Nerf gun occasionally because it's good fun, but that's more in jest. Simone Weigel, who I used to work with Newmarket, is the most time-efficient agent you will ever meet in your life. And I love Simone to bits, and hello Simone if you ever get to watch this. She taught me so much about getting in and out of work and not being there to have a fluff around. And she said, I've got plenty of friends, I don't need to be here for friends. Now, that's probably a ruthless way of looking at it, but the reality of what she's saying is you don't need to be here for a chat. Get your work done and go to the pub to have the chat. Don't be in the office to have the chat. And she taught me a lot about being efficient, which means I get a lot more time with my kids. I'm home when I need to be home. When you're on, and if you're off, be off properly. You know, I like Marcus Chiminello says, put your phone down, ignore it, you know, turn it off if you have to. I don't turn my phone off because there's emergencies. My dad's got a heart condition, but, you know, just be present. Be present,
I can tell just by listening to you how passionate you are about real estate, about your business. Like, you have a real competitive fire in you, and you're in a very competitive area. How do you sort of keep that white line fever in check? How do you sort of make sure that the dog with the bone doesn't sort of...
We're not talking like Gold Coast Titans white line fever, by the way. We would have neutrally probably 21 of the top salespeople in Brisbane, at least, in our brand. You know, and to be neutral, Glynis, Austin, you're amazing. You know, there's some really good salespeople out from other brands. Daniel Argent from Urban. I can say a few others from other brands where I go, you know, they're a good operator. I miss fighting against Glynis. She was such a fun competitor, you know, and a good way. We never compromised our integrity on commission or anything to beat each other. It was always gloves touched, fun. And I saw Glenn this a while ago for one of Peter Brewer's interviews. We had a hug and said, geez, Mr. Fight. Even George Hadgelis, George goes, I miss you. You were such a pain in the ass. I missed the competition. I said, George, it's so boring out here, because the problem is, while a business can be doing high volume, we are taking market share hand over fist at the moment, because when you treat and market with such adherence for so long, like the taxi industry, people wait for someone to come and take you on,
Yeah.
And the two things I get passionate about are, look, succeeding, and I am competitive, but making our industry a better place. And every day in real estate we hear, what's going to be the Uber of real estate? Like, newsflash, if you're waiting for someone to come and Uber us, we've got a fundamental problem. We are the taxi industry we're going to treat our clients like crap until someone takes us out. Huh? Like, you look at the open agents and the rate one agents and stuff coming through at the moment. It exists because our industry is full of liars and rogues, and people do all the wrong things. So people don't trust anything we say. And there's some really great agents out there, and there's some really good people, and they're lost in a sea of villains. We had another agency ask us to buy them out within a month of us opening here, and we went, no, because we know why you're coming to us, because we know that we're going to eat your market share up. Why pay for it when we'll not want to say take it, because I'm not going to take them out today, despite what they probably think. But from a point of view of, if you do the right thing, people get attracted to that and they leave. And if you're looking after your clients, you have nothing to be worried about. People go, no, aren't you worried that someone's going to pinch your staff? And like one agency's making a massive play at John at the moment. Go for it. Go hard. Like, come in. If you want to have a chat, I'll pour you about the coffee, because I know that I look after him, and I did the right thing by him, and he's not going anywhere, because I will always be there for him, because I know what it's like to not be treated right. And so I guess from a top agency point of view, if you're focused on the bottom line and not focused on your clients, someone will take your clients from you. And Maxine Horn, who owns Vita Group, right, so phones and everything, she spoke at a conference a couple of years ago, and a couple of things she said I found so interesting. She said, and we put this in our promos quite regularly, if our competition was focused on their clients as they were us, they'd be number 1 too. If you want to come up against me, you've got 2 choices. Try and match me on my fee, and as Maxine Horn says, then you know that at the moment that fee goes out there, there is now a really requirement to deliver the service akin to that fee. And you're going to either have that guilt in your heart, or that fear that you're not capable of doing that. And if you are capable of doing that, good on you. Come work here. Right? I guess I'm passionate from a point of view of, yes, to be competitive because I like to win, right? Yes, and look, I wouldn't have been number 1 if I wasn't competitive, And it's funny, like you look at guys like Mark McGill. Mark's an interesting guy where he's such a humble guy, and he's got a good amount of competitiveness in him. But Mark's an interesting beast where he does so well. And I don't even know if he does know why he does so well, but it's because he's such a great bloke. Yes. And I have to share this story about Mark, because I get along with Mark and Brett quite well. People think we probably don't get along because the way we give crap to each other on Facebook sometimes. We're different groups. But in January 2015, so this is the year I was number 1 in place, Samantha was working with my team, and we were pregnant with our third child boy. And she got so horrifically sick in the last week of December that she couldn't do open homes in the first week back. We had 16 listings launching on the first week of January.
Wow.
And I've gone, you serious? Like, and I just had a new person starting, which we normally don't do. And I said, okay, so now I've got 16 properties launching, and I've got someone to cover 13 open homes. And I put something on Facebook to the effect of losing my bloody mind. Sam can't do open homes, not sure what to do. And then McGill posted back, let me know if there's anything else I can do. And I jokingly said, 13 open homes. He calls me about probably, I don't know, an hour and a half later and goes, mate, hotel's booked. I'll be down there on the Friday night. Let me know where to collect boxes. I've got one of the guys covering my open homes for me. Just let me know where I need to be. Can we catch up so I'm down with all the stock? And I went, yeah, good on you. He goes, no, I'm serious. And I went, far out. And, if it wasn't for Mark, it would have been curtains for me that year. I would have been absolutely cactus. I did a $9 million month that month. Really funny story though. All the vendors like, who's this random guy doing the open homes this weekend? Well, he's actually REIQ salesperson of the year. Oh, really? Right. And he's an architect. Oh, really? Oh, get Mark to tell us what do you think. What was Mark's feedback? You're overpriced. I'll get him out of here. He can piss off back up the coast. So there's one agent in our area, for example, who is the wrong kind of competitor. Like, she's going in at 0% commission to beat other agents in her own brand, in her own office, right, which is crazy, and to that win at all cost mentality cost you everything eventually, you know, and you have no worth. What you're saying is to upset someone is my motivation, or to feel like I've had a win, whereas it's not longevity-wise, it's not possible. And the reality is, as soon as the turn of the market comes in, it will come, my friends, trust me. I guess the other passion for me, Carl, is I want our industry to change significantly and make it a better place. You know, my little girl says I want to get into real estate. I sit there and I go, do I want her to get into real estate? You know, I was only saying to one of my young guys the other day, he said, I don't get why solicitors hate agents so much. I said, well, think about it. 90% of the deals they probably deal with, something's been stuffed up on. Would you have a high opinion of an industry where 9 in 10 things are absolutely murdered because of incompetency by the agent? You know, you think about it, there is no module in the REIQ course about negotiation. Yet, then you walk out of the course and go, hey, be a negotiator. You know, there's so few things that agents are trained in. And you know, my cousin's a cardiologist, right? And he always says to me, it mortifies me. It took me 7 years of school to be able to pick up a scalpel, yet you're unleashed on someone's financial well-being in 4 days. You know, 5 days to become a barista, 4 days to be an agent. You know, and I know something the REIQ is passionate about, and I agree with this, is that there should be compulsory CPD to hold a license, right? I actually think that it should be more like 20 hours a classroom. I think McGill said, you know, it's 20 hours to hold his architectural registration or license. Yeah, I think it should be at least 20 hours, because it would weed out probably 60% of our industry tomorrow. Now, to the good agents watching this, wouldn't it be good if 60% of your competitors just got out? Like, the pie gets redistributed to all the people who actually want to be good, right? The average fee as an industry would lift because everyone's actually now half good at what they do, you know, and you know, I just want to open agent before, right? You know, everyone's going, well, this is a big threat to our industry. It's a self-created threat. These open agent things that are coming into the industry are a very dangerous thing from the point of view of that people are going, well, everything that I get, and I'm in our area and I get all the marketing, and when I see an agent who word for word ripped off one of our marketing promos, like literally their same stats, they stole it and just put their name on it. I'm surprised it didn't have my name in it. You know, as a vendor, if you get those two things, you just go, I can't believe anybody anymore. And so the market case becomes so disillusioned, and we do stuff obviously through you with the marketing point of view, and the REIQ awards, all the things we do are really important, but we verify all our stats, everything we do, we don't make anything up. But for the agents that are, they reckon it for everyone else, because then ultimately, and I'm surprised the OFT doesn't come down to people more often than they should, I reckon, but the problem is then people go, well, I can't trust any of you, so I'm going to trust this place on television that's going to put up an ad that ironically is actually excluding a lot of good agents because they refuse to pay a referral fee. Which is the same problem again, but at an escalated level.
Yes.
You know? So if you put yourself on a pedestal where you believe you can be judging people, it's a very dangerous place to be. And eventually someone will look at how you're judging people and actually go, well, who gives you the right to judge someone? You know, it's a bit like the A-list, you know, Ray White owned thing, judging agents. And in all the years that I was an A-list finalist, I refused to go to it. Who makes Ray White worthy of judging me? You know? I absolutely refute to be part of that, you know? And that's like us saying, you know, we're going to have the shonkies this year, you know, as players. You know, we'll start dodging some of the shonky agents, you know. Imagine the uproar. Imagine the uproar. Most listings lost to Tristan at place. I've got one agent I've taken 11 listings off in the last year and sold them all for more than they're listed at. Imagine that award, right? And I have the rule of 3 in my business. So if you do a great job, the seller will refer you someone. The buyer will go, holy hell, you got that for that, come sell my place, right? And someone down the road goes, holy hell, you got that for that, come sell my place. So I've just sold a house at Raba Avenue in Wavell Heights. The seller's already referred me 2 people. The buyer and the underbuyer have said, come sell my place, right? The refer goes, I can't believe you got that much. And the guy goes, I can't believe you got me to pay that much. And then someone around the road's gone, holy heck, you got that for that. So there's 5 listings.
From one.
All within 1 kilometre from one sale, right? I'm not going to say who needs letterbox drops who kick me in the shins, but the point is, you know, but this is, then you leverage off that, right? But the point is that nothing beats that for doing great customer service. And I get really cranky about this. So if you've got an agent who's doing 1 sale a month, there's got to be something wrong there, you know, and either they're lazy or the customer service isn't all it's shaped up to be. And like I look at Nairi Ewings, who's an absolute weapon, you know, doing like 90 sales in a year with, I think, 1 support person. My God, give the woman 2 or 3 more, she'll probably do 150. You know, the best halfback in the world, but if they're playing with a really average team around them, they'll always struggle, right? So, you know, it's a matter of people like someone like Nairi. Now, the reason why she's exploded, in my opinion, is because 1, she's a phenomenal person, but 2, her sell-through is fantastic. Everyone I send to her, and Mark's the same, and Brett's the same, you know, and I have a lot of agents across Australia that I will send work to because they're just excellent at what they do. Nothing beats good customer service. I don't care what anybody says. I mean, everyone thinks the place brand is the reason why we do so well. And if you ask Damien, he'll always say, the marketing's not all that big a part of what we do. It is a big part, but it's not all that big a part. The people are what make. And the P should stand for people, not for place, because if you took the people out of a business, or worse, you injected the wrong people into a business, it would take a big step backwards. And the amount of times I see someone, and I was in Harcourts many years ago, and this isn't a swipe at Harcourts, so I appreciate my time in their brand. I learned a lot of that guerrilla real estate, hard knuckle stuff. But what used to frustrate me in Harcourts was there's 100 franchises, for example, right? And I would do so well, and someone would say, I had a really bad experience with Harcourts, Caboolture, or whatever. And you go, really? I didn't even know we had an office there. And so you're not getting the listing because that bad experience. Like, I had a bad experience at McDonald's at Burpengary, so now I'm not going to use McDonald's at Newmarket.
Yeah.
Right? And I'd go, and I'd recommend everyone talk to other agents, not just in your area, but across Australia. Matt Scafidi, Tim Longmore, Jed Wood. These guys are all, Marcus Chimnello, all these guys are great resources. Shane Kempton from WA, awesome guy to talk to. If you're starting out, I owe so much of my success to Shane. He taught me some really basic things. If I can give one little snippet to a new person. Shane, I saw him at a Harcourts conference years ago, and he goes, give you a whole bunch of things, implement. And like I've said a lot today, but if you're going to take one or two things, implement it to your business. And he said, okay, and one I got out of him, he said, when you settle a property, do your gift basket, do your champagne, or whatever you're doing, and go up to the buyer and the seller, but particularly the buyer as well, and go, hey, look, who else in your world do you know that I could be of use to? All right? And I went, okay, I'm going to do this. First settlement I got, the buyer really irked me the whole way through the campaign. And just personality clash, right? And anyway, and she's a lovely lady, but just personalities. And anyway, I said, no, I'm going to do it. Shane said, implement, bite your tongue. So I turned up, and it was really interesting. I said, here's your champagne. The gift basket. Wow, I just sold a house for 750 grand in Chermside West, and the agent Elgin Hooker gave me nothing. I went, okay, no, here we go. And it's almost like, and I think to myself now in hindsight, imagine if I delivered this with so much more. I said, who else in your world wants to do this? And she went, Mum and Dad, do you sell houses in Grange? Oh, yeah. Well, they're about to sell their place. Would you like to do it for them? Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, that one house in Grange, I could easily backtrack to about $1.2 million in fees net now, because what happened was the person who bought that off me had 6 houses to sell, right? And he sold all 6 houses, and every one of those turned into 3, and those turned into 3. And friends, if I can tell you something today, I'm going to channel with Bob Wolf here. Everything in real estate is like a tree. Okay, and branches become trunks, and trunks become branches, and then twigs, and then you get your leaves that fall every day. And start planting as many little seeds as you can today, because I promise you they will turn into trees so quickly. And I say to my guys now, for every client you get, it's another branch that will spawn twigs that you don't even know exist yet. Yeah. And transactions, and I don't like being a transactional agent, I like being a relationship agent. I've just built 50 more relationships this year, 50 more people going out there and going, Tristan. So that's the point, is that, if you've got those little branches growing out there, and I promise the people who've been around for a while, if they're watching this video, if you reverse engineered all of your listings, so like, this and this and that came from that, it would all come back to 4 or 5 sales in your first month or 2. Look, I used to win listings all the time, because people would go, I could tell that, if I come against, like, I beat Judy Goodge for a listing for the first time, and I'm going, holy hell, I beat Judy, and that's like beating Darren Lockyer in the field, and it was a matter, they said, we just look, Judy's got all these $3 million houses on the market, this is a $900,000 house, and that was my biggest sale at that point, but they're going, it's going to get more attention from you than it will from Judy for that case, right? There's enthusiasm will carry you across the line, but also I think your attention to care, not just to the vendor, but your career. How much time do you actually put back into being the best version of yourself?
2017, you're a new agent coming into the field. You're starting your career. Maybe you've joined a place office, or another independent. What's your game plan? Like, what are you going to put in place with your experience, knowing what you know now? If you were to start over, what would be sort of your 60 or 90 day plan?
Okay, very interesting. So we have this thing called the next 90 days in here for our guys, for our new guys. So we've got a few new guys in here at the moment, and it's I look at their ticker in their heart and I go, they're going to be monsters when they all grow up, and as agents, they're just so driven. And it's funny actually watching new people versus established people, because you don't have to unteach things. They don't think they know everything, and they just go do what you ask them to. And Chris has been really funny, where he just, if I go do A, B, C, D, he goes and does it. Bob Wolf does this beautiful chart. I've done this with a couple of my guys, and they're pretty good. He does this thing, goes, writes an A4 piece of paper, And he writes up, cold calling. He does about 20% of the piece of paper. It's door knocking, and he has this. And he goes, right, like cold calling? Right, well, there's 20% of your income gone. And he goes, oh, that's the one thing you look at doing. And tell you what, without fail, it ends up being whatever the agent's writing in fees. He said, if you take $1 million and work backwards, then he said, whatever's left on that sheet, I assure you is what you're earning per annum. And it's really, really expensive. All big makeup, okay? So for a new person that comes in, gets like cold starts. They've never worked in real estate even before. Okay.
Nope.
Okay. So this is what I say to my guys. I don't want to give away too much because I'd like you to come work with me. But firstly, don't be afraid to talk to friends and family and go, hey, look, I've started in real estate. And it was funny what I think Mark was saying, he was a bit afraid to break into his own network, so he needed to earn the right. So when I first started, I was a bit like that. Now, I was a very skilled negotiator and marketer, but I wasn't a skilled real estate agent. Right? And I had friends and family go, I will consider you, but would you do as good a job? And that's fair bloody call, right?
It's the house,
right?
Yeah.
And as a seller, would I employ me? Your first week real estate, you never sold a bloody house before, right? Yeah. So if you're getting endorsed, take someone experienced with you, right? Learn. And we don't actually put anybody out there green. So anybody who starts green comes on as a co-agent. They don't get to be an agent. And this is where I think a lot of principals get it wrong. There's bums on seats, throw them out of the walls. I can't believe I started as an agent, green. But I was lucky I got to buddy up a couple of times with some good agents. But at the end of the day, you can't have someone's financial well-being be in your hands and just have the hope for the best thing. Imagine if your person said, look, this is my first day of medicine, let me do some heart surgery.
Yeah.
What? What? But that's what happens daily in our job. So if you start an agency, and I think you need to look for an agency that has that sharing mentality. Now, you can ask any of my guys right now, can I come to a preso with you today? Can I come to negotiation with you today? And they go, let's go. Come along, let's go. Across teams even, like Matt, who's John's co-agent, come to a meeting with me whenever he wants, if he's free to do so, and having that openness there is very important. Even agents, like, if you said to McGill, can I come up for the day and hang out? He probably only need 2 hours of work, so he'd be eating seafood. Joking, Mark. But the point is, he's a very open kind of guy, right? I've got agents in Melbourne who fly up and jump in the car with me for the day and just don't work. So, buddy up with someone. If you're going to use your personal network, go, look, you're not just going to give it to me. I'm going to bring X who's going to be a really skilled agent. And some people go, okay, well, as long as my financial well-being is not going to be, at the mercy of you learning. Yeah. Okay. So that's a big one, right? Now, in regards to where to get stock from, look, it's really hard from a cold start unless you make a bazillion and one phone calls or a bazillion and one letterbox drops to get leads, because at the end of the day, you're looking for someone who's not only thinking of selling, but is actually selling now, right? Yeah. I truly believe one of the best ways you can get started is go after other agents on the market. Listings expired, don't breach the KIPPA guidelines. And people go, oh, you guys signed up. I never call another agent's vendor. Everyone thinks I never ring, because it peeves them off, for starters. Yeah. We send the mail. If you need some help, let us know. We're here. Now, firstly, it is your civic duty to rid the industry of bad agents like that, right? If I can get a listing off 2 agents because they both got sacked for lying to the owner and telling the buyer the thing, the sooner we purge them from our industry, the better, right? That's what wrecks it and creates the open agent scenario, right? Sit there and go, well, this is the before and here's the after, right? And here's a phone number for a vendor where they were listed with that agency and then they came to us and sold it for 50 grand more. That's as black and white as you can ever get, because the problem is you can go, well, they sold this and they sold that, but you're not working on the same house. But when you both have worked on the same house, then it really becomes clear who's doing a good job and who's not, So, and the other thing I'll say, if you're a new person, is your enthusiasm, right, will murder most experienced agents, because clients are a bit fat with stock, right? Yeah. Because they're going, not this one again, right? And you're rolling up going, yay, my first listing, yay, kill it. I say to new people, when you do get those opportunities, crush them, do a great job. Like, if you've got one listing, you should practically live at that vendor's house, right? You've got nothing else to do, and do a great job in that listing, and it will just spawn your next 3 for you, right? And then all of a sudden you start getting on the radar pretty quickly. And Chris has just come out of nowhere. I mean, he's the most recommended agent in Chermside, 3 months of selling in the area, for God's sake. I mean, that's pretty scary when you think about it, but he's really ripped through, and that's where the rate my agent stuff is good for someone like him. I love that old saying, every no you get is close to a yes. I think the reality is it's just a matter of, you have to have your why, and Bob Wolf talks a lot about this, have your why. Yeah. What gets out of it? My kids, number one, when I won number one, I had an agent in the group come up to me and goes, oh, now you're happy, you're number one. I said, I was happy well before this. This is cherry on top of a nice cake already, Kids, family, health, that's good. Anything else is a bonus. That 90-day plan is really important to have. get your name out there. Anybody that starts in real estate, I say to them, if you want to become an actual fully fledged salesperson, one, I really think start as a co-agent with someone for at least half a year, if not a year. Learn the ropes, see stuff, because you might decide it's not even for you, but you'll see the ins and the outs. Understanding your craft is very important, but put a war chest aside. So I was very lucky when I started in real estate, I put 50 grand aside before I got into it to be able to promote myself, but also to have a good regular income paid to myself on top of my retainer.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to be no one's bitch. I didn't want to be owned by anybody. I didn't want the vendor owning the relationship and going, if you don't do this, I'll do that.
And then going, I've got to...
got a deal together.
That's my dinner tomorrow.
Yeah. So I never had to fight for dinner. And it's actually really funny even now. I have vendors that lose their mind where they go, do this or else I could listen to someone else. That's okay. What do you mean that's okay? It's okay. Don't you want listening? No, I'm okay. And they can't comprehend because the last 5 agents have gone, please. Because they're living from paycheck to paycheck. And that's the vicious cycle of our industry, is that if you actually get past that critical mass and you start backing your vendors properly. Like I had a vendor the day, I said, don't take an offer, and it took 4 weeks to get an extra 17 grand. That client is a client for life now, and they've already sent me 2 listings since then, and that fixes it. But most agents would go, just get it done.
Yeah.
And that just get it done, you know what they do? They go, get rid of the listing as fast as possible, and they get back to their office and go, oh, I've got no listings.
Yeah.
What vendor, I had an agent the other day want to join us, and she said, I just can't get my head around charging a higher fee because everyone's charging this fee. So that's because the vendor has nothing else to latch onto than something tangible if they can't split you.
Yes.
And if you all seem full of it, or you all seem okay, but no one really stands out, then fee or who's paying for the marketing is going to be the one thing they're always going to come back to.
Yes.
Right? And I always take that as a warning sign of my presentation. If they come back to fee, it means that I'm probably off my game that day. And if anybody ever wants to give me a call, they're more than welcome to. I'm a really open book. I think most top agents are. My experience, I hate referring myself as that. But at the end of the day, if you ever want to pick up the phone and give me a call, I had an agent from another office the other day ring me up with a really curly one on a contract, trying to get a deal together. And I gave them the special condition straight away because the solicitor couldn't even work it out. And I said, this is how you do it. Yeah. And they went, I really appreciate the fact it took the time. I said, what am I going to lose out of it? It's the Mark McGill principle, if you can't have too many agents out there, because they've all got clients from somewhere, and they're probably going to refer you something in your area.
Absolutely, yeah. So, well, Tristan, look, thank you so much for taking the time to chat to us today.
My pleasure, mate.
Really enjoyed the chat and can't wait to share this with everyone.
Sounds good.
Guys, thank you very much. See you next time.
Thanks, God.